Welcome to our first legitimate podcast with Zaki.
No,
Yusuf is the one.
Ray.
That's good.
Ryan.
And me, Fahis.
And also
So we'll be talking
Starting
about
with-
stuff in life. So we're going to start off with what's been happening recently, especially with our school going through a lockdown procedure. So Yusuf, do you want to explain what's going on?
So basically, what's been reported across the past weekend, we've seen 4 stabbings from what appeared to be from the same man.
Well,
6
5
for 3.
Are we
It
talking about just in Edmonton?
It
or
became 5, I think, on Tuesday. Was it?
Yes.
They picked up, sadly, another person, a victim, and there's been other numerous stabbings, like the one across Kentish Town that was on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, schools like Latimer have been encouraged to be put in a somewhat lockdown procedure where
In fact, our school is on the Evening Standard if you want to read the newspaper.
we've been praised.
And our amazing head teacher, Maureen Cobbett, has actually given a personal statement.
Wait, what? What does she say?
Just the same old usual. She just wants to,
pick up the
boost-
score
yeah.
so we can get more funding, and then we can maybe,
Not have move off from plasticking onto like something a bit high,
But yeah, it's good that the teachers care about our well-being, obviously, not
Thank God. Yeah.
and they're not doing it just for the publicity,
So,
of course.
What do you think of this criminal? Do you think he's because what I'm thinking right now is he's probably suffering from some paranoid disease.
Or probably
do you think
mentally
it's
ill.
one guy or do you think it's a bunch of people?
There was in one of the stabbings, it was reported there were actually 2 black men. Some onlookers saw.
2 black men. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's not focus on the being
it
black.
could
box.
be a big plot by some sort of organisation.
Wait, no, I think it's just, to be
criminal
honest, like
organisation.
mentally ill. Because
See how many
let's
people
be, just,
Edmonton.
if you just stab one person, there's not much you could gain from them. You get their wallet,
Satisfaction?
maybe you'd get their.
People can gain satisfaction.
Yeah,
from
I know, but
killing
that's
people.
to do with them mentally ill. I'm talking
No.
about if they're not mentally
Oh,
ill.
if they're
Then what
not
would they
mentally ill.
gain in terms of just money?
Some
maybe.
people
There could be a
just like-
motive at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, unfortunately, our school is still going through a lockdown procedure.
So
Probably isn't by the time
What do you
this
think
podcast
about
is
all the
published.
like procedures they put in place, like
How
I-
effective
locking
I think
the
it's
doors?
definitely effective. I feel like it's better to put this
Well-
into place because people with half days especially, they're going to be going out alone, so they'll just be more vulnerable. So it's good that we're going in packs, groups.
Yeah, I
think-
mean, like in terms of the fact that like they're gonna lock all the doors and like barricade them. Because if you're
Oh, the
outside,
gates.
you're literally just because all the teachers are gonna lock. All the teachers are gonna. All the teachers are gonna. All the teachers are gonna just lock all the doors, and then you're outside, and then you're just screwed, and then there's this guy running after you.
I mean,
No,
in terms of the gates
but the
idea.
thing is,
Yeah.
but we got
It-
guards. We
the-
got
the-
caretaker as guards.
the gates are incredibly easy to climb.
Yes.
You could
Yes,
What are you on
four-year-old
about?
could climb the gate.
No, in terms of the gates,
Oh my
I agree.
goodness.
You could climb.
No,
you
I
could
mean the
probably climb
walls.
over
I mean,
the
you
school
know
by
the
worst
walls, and then
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
a little
of
gate
course.
on top. You could like a 4-year-old could climb that.
Okay, not a
So
four,
like, if someone really wanted to come into the school,
They
to stab
couldn't be that
people,
hard.
It wouldn't be
It's
hard.
not like some caretaker being like, no, go away. Like, that's not gonna stop them, is it?
I'm not gonna lie, but the whole procedure of hiding under desks sounds
That's a bit.
sounds very
Because
smart because logically,
If
our
someone
back is
comes
facing
in-
the table, so they can't stab us in the back.
Mate, no, if someone
Same
comes
as year 7
in,
bags.
you're just screwed. Like, they just look on the desk, everyone's like sitting under there. It's just easier to everyone.
Yeah, I don't know why the.
Like, you can't do anything
Lee.
to defend yourself if you're sitting under a desk.
Don't worry, a lot of stuff will be censored so that our year 7 listeners will be able to listen to this without any.
There's a
With their
podcast
parents.
regulated us.
Wow.
Okay, what else?
With the fact that none of us are 18.
Yes.
So,
Alright, what's the next topic?
The next
else
topic?
has been in the recent
We should
news.
talk about
Maybe a bit
Pasta
of-
King.
what, a bit
Pasta
of-
King. Ooh.
Oh,
Wow,
Pasta
there's
King,
nothing
and
to
you.
We are sponsored by Pasta King, in fact.
It
so-
seems
Yes.
our school
there
has
to
been
say about Pasta
in love
King?
with
Pasta
Pasta
King
King.
tastes amazing. It's just the
It's edible.
greatest.
It's edible. Okay,
greatest
it's
pasta.
a nice backup. If you don't like the normal school food, you've always got Pasta King to rely
No,
on.
it literally just means there's one less like decent option.
We are
Not
totally
really.
not forced to eat Pasta King or sponsor or
I don't
show
mind
any
it.
announcements.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
You
Like,
don't mind
sometimes
it.
it's alright.
Totally
I
not
usually
that
always regret getting Pasta King.
I never got Pasta King after the first time
Anyway,
I got it. To
well,
be honest.
Brexit.
Brexit means
How-
Brexit.
How have we been doing with Brexit?
What do you think about Theresa May's proposition?
Theresa May.
What did
Teresa's
I mean, she was,
man
as we saw,
persona.
she was quite desperate to, get herself out you know, by
That's why
passing.
two
Yeah, she said
episodes,
if a thing passed, then she would leave.
To be honest,
That
David Cameron
didn't
did that
happen.
as well. So like,
He dodged the bullet quite early on,
Yeah.
which was tactical, I'd say.
mhm.
So
Definitely
did
to his,
all of the other party leaders.
Not Jeremy Corbyn. He's still there.
Oh yeah.
No, it was Ed Miliband, and then Ed Miliband resigned, so Jeremy Corbyn had to take his place.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What do you think of the
Him by himself
the
in a
lunch
room.
ladies and men? What's your
What?
opinions on them?
Lunch ladies
Well,
are men.
there's like two
Since
ones
when did it
who
become
aren't
transsexual?
depressed, and the rest are just like done with life.
Aren't they the same?
This
Huh?
is just fucking
Aren't
great.
they pretty much the same?
No, there's two that aren't
No,
depressed.
the tool. I don't know.
And the rest
I
are
think
just
he's
done with life.
Jamaican. You know, the tool like he's quite nice. He's friendly. Always, you know, calls me big
Like,
man.
that-
Brightens up your day.
Nah.
But yeah.
As you can see, we're not prepared for this.
Yeah, we were never prepared for
I
this, to
did
be
not
honest.
come on my cat.
But
But
I think we should.
KDA.
Oh no, we can't bring up other people.
Trying to catch any cases.
I think we should
really.
have a debate just because it'll be more interesting for the
What, so
listeners.
You
what-
should have long hair as well.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
it needs
Of,
to go right to the
and disabled. That was a bit mad.
What do you think of? Okay,
Benefits.
I'm gonna explain to you guys the concept. So, of course, I do RE. A lot of people tell me why on earth I picked RE as an A level, but it's definitely a subject.
It's
worth
definitely better than geography to
thinking
do
of.
at GCSE.
Yeah, definitely. So the question I was gonna propose was, what you think of costly grace? So let me explain costly grace.
Yes.
So it's basically you willing to go through suffering for the better good. So
The great to do.
putting my life on the line just to save another person.
Or like being a martyr. you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's good and all, but like, I don't think many people would do that.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Oh, when it comes to life.
Like,
message.
they
a
wouldn't-
lot of people are self-centered, so they're
They wouldn't
like,
impulsively they wouldn't instinctively if they saw like a chance to save someone at the risk of their own life. I don't think lots of people wouldn't.
Like if you ask them in an interview, like
They'd say
people
yeah,
would.
but in reality,
It
if they
depends for
saw
who as
someone
well.
like
Depends for who. If it's for your, you know, close
I think one of the
family. Then
it's a great concept to think about because it shows that you're concerned about other people as well. So you treat other people the same way as you're treated, but at the same time, there are like a few issues. One example is supposedly if you're going against the state orders, and I feel like it's something that could, I guess, support what's it called, ISIS, because ISIS
Really?
ISIS does have martyrs for them. Assuming
oh yeah, 'cause they're
that it's
brainwashed.
reli-
You know, they're
yeah, they're
brainwashed
assuming
into
that
thinking.
it's a religious cause, but in reality, it's not. What do you think?
on what
Costly grace.
the general topic of costly great. Well, obviously it's going to be perceived as a good thing, you know.
Yeah. There's always.
Also, it depends. I think that like sometimes the costs might be just a little too great.
Yeah, a bit too injustice. So without injustice, then this cannot function as well.
Well, like there was this thing I heard. I can't remember when I heard it. It was ages ago. It was to do with some army, and they were instructed whenever there was like a bomb or something in a building or something, they'd have to order one of the people to stamp on the bomb
Oh,
to see
okay.
if it was, you know, live.
Oh, as
To
trials.
save just to save the rest of the people there. So I
Oh.
guess in that sense,
Oh. Speaking
Well,
of
we all good?
injustice and evil, do you guys think evil exists? People like John Hick say it doesn't. It's just absence.
Well, with no bad,
mean-
we wouldn't
and
be able
some
to
people-
see good as clear, would we?
And some people do assume that
I think-
evil was created by God.
I think it's more of just an opinion.
Yeah.
As in, some people might think certain things are evil, but some people might think that it's good. And also some people might just think that it's normal. So it's
I mean,
really
like-
up to...
There's not an absolute definition
Yeah.
of something being evil. Like
Well, I
most
guess-
people,
And I
most
don't
people
think
would
you can
say
do
that
that.
the person stabbing those people is evil, but like maybe to them they think they're doing it for some sort of good cause.
Yeah.
Well, there are some stuff we could define as, you know, obviously bad. Like, but you couldn't put like killing as a whole bad thing because there are some situations where killing is good, you know, like
Not necessarily good, but as in like sort of not
it serves justice.
necessary. It's like necessary.
Yeah, to
Like-
prevent further
Negativity.
But wouldn't you? The problem with killing is that it's if you're doing it.
see, hustle is maybe not a good idea.
Ooh,
All right.
that's very true. Since this is our first podcast, we forgot to mention, we're actually going to be doing a new series, which will be released onto a platform we'll mention in one of our podcasts in the future. It's going to be called
The Life at Latimer, or like this week at Latimer. Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
We
going to
might
be
do
called.
it this week, or like we might do it weekly or every other week. Obviously, we wouldn't call it this fortnight at Latimer because that word is corrupted.
by
And
the
copyrighted.
by the gaming world.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. So Yusuf, what do you think? So what's going to be on this show?
This week at Latimer.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of obviously having different sections. Obviously, the first section being literally what's happened, the general news at Latimer.
Okay.
What's happened? You know, for example, we speak about these certain topics like the lockdown and spoke about certain topics like.
So
the
basically,
lockdown.
like local news.
And then also,
Hazelborough
also
Road.
maybe some general news. We might include a
Right.
skit or something.
I think we will make sure that we can include like a skit or a sketch, whatever you want to call it, in
But yeah,
in as many episodes as we can, because I feel like it's our duty to entertain our viewers.
It's good to keep a mix of serious.
Basically,
and-
we're ripping off Will and E.
No, we're ripping off.
Who's
we're ripping
Will?
off Stephen Tries. Amen.
Amen.
Man, I think that's it, lads.